Good morning. The 14B District Court is now in session. My name is MIWashington, and I'm the judge that will be presiding over the session. When the case is called, please wait until the attorneys have placed their appearances on the record, and then after that, please state your name. First, the prosecutor will place their appearance on the record, and then the defense attorney will. And then after that, please make sure you state your name. The court will call the matters of Gabino, Francesco, case numbers 23S00546 and then 23W00226.
Good morning, APA Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deborah Schlossel on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Fonseca. Your Honor, we had worked out something with Ms. McDuffie. Ms. McDuffie, I just wanted to let you know we would take advantage of it, but Mr. Fonseca cannot do sobriety court.
Okay. All right, Mr. Fonseca, if you could please state your name. Please unmute your device, sir.
Gabino Fonseca.
Thank you very much. All right, what would you like to do today, Ms. Ms. Schlossel, sorry.
So, Ms. McDuffie, I just want to make sure, is the offer that we discussed on the table yesterday if my client does regular probation?
Yes, so I had discussed the dismissal of count 2, which is the operating with no license, if he were to successfully complete a treatment court, or if he just had regular 24-month probation and successfully completed that. The problem is that I don't know administratively if the court it would essentially be sort of a prosecutor's deferred, but only on count 2. I don't know that that can really be entered in the system in that way. So I could dismiss that count after the fact and look into it that way if that's an easier resolution.
I think you can do a deferred on 1 if you want to do a prosecutor's deferred on 1. So that would be count 2 that you're trying to do the prosecutor's deferred on.
Correct.
And then he would be pleading as charged to count 1.
Yeah.
Ms. Schlossel, what would you like to do?
So, Your Honor, he would like to take advantage of that, and then we'll discuss Mr. Barnett's case.
Do you not know what you're doing with Mr. Barnett's case yet?
Your Honor, I think we would take advantage of Mr. Barnett's offer as well.
Because I don't want to have to start all over with the plea process if that's what we're doing. I want to do it all at one time.
Counsel, remind me of what my offer was. I don't have a note in the file on that.
Let me look at my notes. You know what? I can't find my notes on that either. I thought there was an offer. Is there an offer, Mr. Barnett?
Yeah, I mean, it's a PBT refusal, so I guess I don't, I was willing to do something in conjunction with the state matter, but I don't really see any reduction available at this point.
Okay, Your Honor, then we will just plead responsible to the PBT refusal. If it cannot be dropped, correct, Mr. Barnett?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Correct, counsel.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Fonseca, it's my understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to count 1, operating while intoxicated or impaired. Second offense notice, that is a misdemeanor, and it carries a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in the Washtenaw County jail and or $1,000 fine plus court costs. In addition to that, you would be pleading guilty to operating with no license or multiple licenses. That is a misdemeanor carrying a maximum of 90 days and or $100 fine. And that would be under the prosecutor's deferred program, meaning if you complete the probationary term that you're ordered to complete, then that one would be dismissed from your record. In addition to that, you would be accepting responsibility for the PBT refusal, which is an Ypsilanti Township matter. Is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, I understand.
And is that what you want to do?
Yes, yes.
All right, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Can you bring your hand over just a little bit so I can see it on camera, sir? Thank you. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. I'm going to go over some rights that you have that you're going to be giving up by entering into these pleas. Please stop me if you have any questions or if you feel like you need to speak to your attorney again, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require that those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any witnesses that are called against you. And you have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you did choose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on that. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand all those rights, sir?
Yes, I understand.
Do you understand that you're going to be given all those rights and you're not going to be having a trial of any sort?
Yes, I understand.
Do you also understand that there's no automatic right to appeal this decision? So the decision you're making today, in all likelihood, is going to stick with you.
Yes, I understand.
And in addition to that, if you were on probation, parole, or bond on May 16th, 2023, when this happened, you could be in violation of it. Were you on probation, parole, or bond on May 16th?
Yes, I want.
And are you still on those?
Yeah, I still want that.
And do you understand that you could be in violation of them?
Yeah, I understand.
And knowing that, you still want to move forward with this plea?
Yeah, I still want to move.
And then finally, sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could have immigration consequences. Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
Not yet. I'm in a process.
Do you understand that this could have consequences on that process or the immigration consequences? And have you had, do you understand that part?
Yes, I understand.
And you've had adequate opportunity to talk to your attorney or to an immigration attorney about this?
Not yet, but I will talk with them.
Ms. Lessel?
Your Honor,
You're-
we did address this.
Okay, and so you're fine with him moving ahead at this time, correct?
I don't think we have a choice. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Francesco, to the charge of charges, driving while intoxicated, second offense notice, and driving while license expired, statutory offense, having, let's see how it's worded in the actual statute. Operating with no license or multiple licenses legally.
Guilty.
Thank you. Does anyone promise you anything other than what we placed on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No,
Anyone threaten you in any way, shape, or form?
no.
So on May 16th, 2023, were you operating motor vehicle at the vicinity of Textile Road and Lake Drive here in Ypsilanti Township on that date, sir?
Yes, I did.
And at the time you were operating that motor vehicle, were you under the influence of alcohol?
Yes, I did.
All right. And you had previously been convicted of operating with a high VOC on or about
Yes,
March 27th, 2018 in the 1482 District Court, is that correct?
yes,
And at the time you were operating that motor vehicle, you did not have a valid license?
yes. It was expired.
It was expired, thank you. Was there a blood alcohol content test done, Ms. McDuffie?
There was, Your Honor. I have a blood result of 0.256.
Thank you. You stipulate to that, Mr. McDuffie?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, I was talking to Ms. Lussell.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Your Honor. Satisfied.
Thank you. And on that same date and time, sir, do you accept responsibility for refusing to submit to a PBT. Which is a civil infraction. You accept responsibility for that, sir.
Yes.
All right, thank you. I find that the pleas have been willingly and knowingly made. Are you satisfied that I've met the court rules, Ms. McDuffie?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. Barnett, yours is a civil infraction, but are you satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, I think I'm gonna do the sentencing all at one time, including on the PBT refusal. Well, it's not a sentencing. I'll just do that. I impose the fine for the PBT refusal. I believe it's $100. Is that correct, Mr. Barnett?
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so that fine is $100, sir. Can you pay that today?
Yes.
You'll have until I'll give you until Friday to pay. Friday is April 5th. Sentencing in this case. Are you available on May 21st? Ms. Lessel, it'll be at 11 o'clock, but it's
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honor. I have a trial that entire week in Wayne County Circuit Court that's scheduled to start the day before, and it will be going. Is it possible to do May 28th?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
May 28th at 10 o'clock a.m.
Thank you. I can also do May 14th if that's available.
We're not here. We're at the preliminary on that date.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. So, sir, you need to make and keep an appointment with the probation department to have an alcohol assessment done. I'm going to give you the phone number and I'm going to give it to everyone else at the same time. So please write it down to everyone who might get referred, even if you aren't sure. Please write this phone number down. Do you have a pen, Mr. Francesco?
No,
Your
I
Honor,
don't
I
have
will
a
write
pen.
it. I'll write it down and text it to him.
All right, 734-483-7336.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please contact them tomorrow after 9 o'clock a.m., sir, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. You're all set. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. The court will call the matters of Mariah Donnell. Case number is 24S00017, 20S00501, 21W00173A and C, and 22W4171. We're here for a pretrial in the matter ending in 17, and then show causes in the remaining matters.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Paul
And
Barnett
over your
on behalf of
mind.
Lee Township. Sorry, hold on.
Over your mind on behalf of Ms. Donnell in case 24S17.
Thank you.
And I believe Ms. Mariah is present. Mariah, can you unmute and start your camera?
Ms. Jordan, are you on this matter? Please
Yes,
go
Your
ahead.
Honor. Thank you. Ashley Jordan requesting to practice under MCR 8.120 under the direct supervision of Davi Libo.
Commissioner granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. And
Yes.
I am on, I apologize.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm on case 22W004171.
Thank you. Ms. Mariah Donnell, please unmute your device, turn your camera on, and state your name.
Mariah Donnell for the court, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And Your
All right,
Honor,
go ahead.
I will start. As to the pretrial and the matter 24/7/17, we're requesting a final settlement jury selection dates in this case.
Thank you.
No problem. And Ms. Yarmolenko, I did get your email. I will reach out and let you know if I get any information about the video.
Thank you.
All right. The final settlement conference in this case will be on May 30th, 2024 at 11 a.m. That's via Zoom. And then jury selection will be on June 7th. And that'll be at 8:30 a.m. in person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
And then as to your matters, Ms. Jordan.
Yes, Your Honor. So for Ms. Donnell's driving while license suspended, if we could get
No, you good, you good. I was about to go that way, but I'm like, I need to go to the.
Ms. Donnell.
excuse me. Sorry about that, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm at work right now. I'm so sorry.
Yes, Your Honor. Apologize for that, Your Honor. Ms. Donnell would like to know the cases that are holding her license so that she could check into that. And for the no proof of insurance.
These are all show causes.
Oh, these are.
Right.
That's what I was under the impression of. Okay, yes, Your Honor. My apologies. She has not been able to make a payment at the moment.
Oh, wait, let me make sure about that.
I believe I believe these are 4 fines.
It may be, it may say that, but I'm not sure. I don't see where she pled. 1 second. Yeah, 22W4171. I don't see a plea.
Yeah, I don't think she pled to it either.
Yeah, I think I may have confused that. I think she's correct. Let us run her record to see what she needs to do to get that taken care of.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Donnell, she's going to give you the information. Remember, we spoke about this. You need to write it down.
Okay, let me get my notes out. Okay, I'm ready.
1 moment, please. We gotta run your record, is what I said. Thank you. So she has a May 30th, 2020 violation for driving while license suspended. It might be this ticket. 1 second. That has her license suspended for 20S005551. That one's, yeah, it's, she has the case, one of the cases she has on today has her license suspended. The 20S00501 has her license suspended, and '36 District Court has her license suspended for a speeding ticket from January 25th, 2021. The 23rd District Court in Taylor has her license suspended. That one is for limited access speeding in Taylor. She has another one suspended from here in the 14B District Court. That one is the 21W 1738C for no proof of insurance. She has another one out of the 35th District Court for operating while intoxicated. That's from July 1st of 2022. And then she has another one out of the 34th District Court, which is Romulus. And that appears for driving while license suspended. Yeah, so. Those are the things that has her suspended. And they have her on a registration denial. So she probably needs to reach out to the Secretary of State.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor, for that. So at this moment, could we adjourn these cases so that she can reach out to the Secretary of State and see what her options will be?
Excuse me. I've already reached out to Secretary of State. They don't give me any options. They said that I can pay for another list of my driving record, but they don't give me any options. I guess except to pay the tickets that need to be paid and the ones I need to go to court for. Is there a way I could possibly, like, I don't know, get like some of them taken off or like get them dismissed in a way? Because they're like getting older now. You said some of them were in 2021 or 2022 or 2020. Can I just get like those dismissed because it's in 2024?
Some of them are out of other courts. You may need to contact them. We can speak after court.
I was just trying to get some help now because this is like the third time I've gone to court about this and I haven't gotten any help. Like, I don't know.
Ms. Darnell.
Do I just pay the tickets?
Ms. Darnell, there is no just get the tickets dismissed, ma'am. You have a payment plan to pay on your tickets and you haven't been doing so. So
I don't have sorry, Your Honor. I don't have a payment plan for all of them. I think I only have a payment plan for the 36th district. That'd be the only one. Any other?
You were just here on March 5th. At that time, you set up a payment plan for you to pay on the 15th of each month, $50.
I did. You're right. Yep. Okay, so that's the second one. No, those are the only two payment plans I have.
That's all of those. These are all the ones that are here in this court, ma'am. That is your payment plan.
Oh, so the $100 a month, it will go towards all of them? Or the $50 a month?
Yes. Towards the one here at 14B.
She's got more than one. She's got a total of 3 here in 14B.
14.
So it would go to, could you tell me the balance on all of those together?
Ma'am, you can call the clerks and they can tell you all of that.
Okay.
All right, so what is your request at this time, Ms. Jordan, again, please?
And an adjournment, Your Honor, please. And so Ms. Donnell can get paying on her tickets with our court, as well as contact the other courts that you just mentioned and start paying on those tickets.
June 11th, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. Nope, I'm gonna make it 9 a.m. because some of these are pre-trials. She's gonna have 2 different dates. She's gonna have her 3 dates. She's got the May 30th, the June 7th. You know what? I'm just gonna put them all over the May 30th. I think that makes more sense given where we are. May 30th, 2024 at 9 a.m. 10 a.m. What? Okay, sorry. That's 11 a.m. She's on for final settlement conference. So I'll see you on May 30th at 11 a.m. Hopefully
Thank
she
you,
makes
Your
some payments on some of these. If she starts making payments, we can talk about trying to get those suspensions lifted, but not until I see some progress.
Sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State of Michigan versus Tiffany White, case number 19S3502-311.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Davi Lebo for Ms. White. Ms. White, could you state your name, ma'am?
Tiffany White.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. White. All right, we're back here in this matter on February 13th. We adjourned it for discovery to March 12th, and then we adjourned it again. Where are we with this?
Your Honor, Ms. White will be pleading guilty today.
And Your Honor, just to be clear, Ms. White had an offer. I'm sorry, pardon me. Ms. White had an offer from the people to plead guilty as charged on this offense with a prosecutor's deferred and an agreement to complete 40 hours of community service.
That's correct, Your Honor. Ms. White is rejecting that offer and would instead like to have the misdemeanor record and the $100 fine.
Is that correct that this is a $100 fine? Ms. McDuffie?
I believe so, Your Honor. One moment. 641. That is correct.
All right. And it doesn't carry any criminal jail sanctions potential. Is that
No, it's
correct?
just the fine and that's all.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Tiffany White, it's my understanding that you're gonna be pleading guilty as charged to what I see on this ticket as a charge of sale of furnished tobacco to a minor. That is a misdemeanor carrying a civil penalty of $100 fine, it appears. Is that what you want to do, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You have the right to have a trial by a jury in this matter, at which time you could have witnesses called. You can get an order signed by me to require that they come to court. First of all, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, and I was explaining your rights to you. You have a right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by me to require those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you. You have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you did choose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on that. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand you're gonna be giving up all those rights and there's not gonna be a trial of any sort?
Yes.
You also understand that there's no automatic right to appeal this decision, so the decision you're making today, in all likelihood, is going to stick with you?
Yes.
And do you also understand that if you were on probation, parole, or bond on May 2nd of 2019, which you probably wouldn't still be on, and if you were still on it today, you could be in violation of that. Were you on one that you're still on now?
No.
All right. And there's no item, I already said that. If you are not a U.S. citizen, you could not have, you could have immigration consequences. You are a U.S. citizen. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
And in addition to that, well, I guess that's the last one. So on May 2nd, 2020, 2019, do you accept, well, do you plead guilty to selling and furnishing tobacco to a minor?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Okay. And so, on that date, where were you at that you furnished tobacco to a man?
I was at work at 7-Eleven off
Oh,
of Rossonville and Textile Road.
and a minor came in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I had some things going on and was trying to run the whole store and I just made a mistake.
I see. I find that there's a factual basis for the plea. Are you satisfied, Ms. McDuffie?
Yes, Your Honor.
Likewise, Your Honor.
Thank you. Fine in this case of $100. Can you pay that by Friday, ma'am?
Yes. A question. Can I just go up to the courthouse and pay it?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You're all set, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
State of Michigan versus Danica Holmes, case number 24S00012.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Donovan Lebo for Ms. Holmes. Ms. Holmes, could you state your name?
Danica Holmes.
All right, we're here for a pretrial today.
That's correct, Your Honor. Ms. Holmes would like to plead guilty as charged.
All right, Ms. Danica Holmes, could you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. It's my understanding, ma'am, that you're going to plead guilty as charged. In this particular case, you're charged with operating with a blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more. That is a misdemeanor, and it carries a maximum penalty of up to 180 days and or $700 fine plus court costs and or up to 360 hours of community service. Do you understand that now?
Yes.
Understanding that. I'm going to go over your rights that you have that you're going to be giving up by pleading guilty in this particular case. Please stop me if you have any questions or if you feel like you need to speak with your attorney again, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require those witnesses to come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you. And you have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you chose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on that. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights?
Yes.
Do you understand you're going to be giving up all those rights and you're not going to be having a trial of any sort?
Yes.
You also understand that there's no automatic right to appeal this decision, so the decision you're making today, in all likelihood, is going to stick with you.
Yes.
And do you also understand that if you were on probation, parole, or bond on October the 9th of 2023 when this happened, and you still are, then you could be in violation of that probation, parole, or bond?
Yes.
And were you on any of those on that date and still are, ma'am?
No.
And then finally, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could have immigration consequences. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
And to the charge of operating while with a high blood alcohol content of 0.17 or more, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Anyone promise you anything other than what we placed on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Anyone threaten you in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Thank you. All right. On October 9th of 2023, were you operating a motor vehicle in the vicinity of 5970 Bridge Road here in Ypsilanti Township?
Yes.
And at the time you were operating that motor vehicle, were you under the influence of alcohol?
Yes.
Was there a blood alcohol content done, Ms. McDuffie?
There was, Your Honor. I have a blood result of 0.381.
Do you
Just
see
don't still stipulate, Your Honor.
Well, I find that there was a factual basis for the plea. It has been knowingly and willingly entered into. Are you satisfied that I met the court rules? Ms.
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Likewise, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sentencing in this matter, May 21st at 10 a.m. I'm sorry, May 21st at 11 a.m. It's still on Zoom though. Ma'am, did you write down the phone number when I handed it out earlier?
No, I did not. I was trying to grab a pen. I have one now.
734-483-7336. Please call them tomorrow after 9:00 a.m. to schedule an opportunity to get your alcohol assessment done. It is a condition of your bond that you do that. It has to be done before you come back for sentencing. If you don't have that done, then it could be a violation of your bond conditions. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes.
We will see you then. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
I'm trying to see if I see it. All right, the court will call the Tomas Martinez matters, case number 23 FB 1285 22W 005726C. Those are two. One is for sentencing and the other one is for a show cause.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Thomas Martinez. Mr. Martinez, can you get them to unmute? Oh, there you go.
Please state your name, sir.
Thomas Martinez.
Thank you.
We have had a chance to review the report, Your Honor, and the recommendation, and we do not have any changes, additions, or corrections at this time.
Thank you. Ms. McDuffie?
Your Honor, nothing from the people. I also agree with the recommendation.
Thank you. All right. Is there anything you want to say further on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, is there anything you'd like to say prior to sentencing?
Sorry, Your Honor, for not showing up. Last I had some deaths in my family. Father passed, uncle passed, brother passed. I'm sorry about that. It's not a reason to have dismissed it. I'm sorry.
It sounds like, sir, that there is a whole lot more going on than that. That you've got a number of outstanding other matters going on, and it all seems to go back to your need for some treatment.
Yes.
So that's the bigger problem that we have here. And this is designed hopefully to get you the treatment you need.
I hope so. I hope so.
I hope you take advantage of that, sir.
I am. I'm willing, and I'm anxious and excited.
It's the sentence of this court that you serve 365 days in the Washtenaw County Jail, credit for 191 days served. And you also need to complete the balance of the 174 days served. In terms of fines and costs in this case, sir, given your sentence, I'm going to waive fines and costs with the exceptions of the state minimum cost and the victim right fee, which are going to be $125. So I am going to require that you pay that minimum fee. On the other hand, I'm also going to release you. You need to complete the Don Farm in jail program, but you may be released early only to inpatient treatment and only on a GPS tether. If you leave that treatment or you discharged anyway, then you must return to the Washtenaw County Jail and complete the balance of your sentence. So I am going to waive the fees and costs in the driving while license suspended case and give you credit for the I'm giving you credit for 93 days, sir.
Thank you.
But you do need to pay that state minimum.
I will.
You're all set.
Your Honor, this came up on another case that had the exact same sentence, and just as a FYI, that case was closed after that defendant left to go to treatment, and since he failed that stipulation, the jail would not take him back because the file was marked as closed. So I think if it's marked as like disposed, they can put them back in custody if they don't fulfill that part. But I was just letting you know.
So I'm not certain why that happened in that particular case. We've never had it happen before. And I'm not sure what the end result was. You said they would not take them back?
They would not take him back because it's marked as discharged from probation and closed as of the time that that person went to treatment, but they didn't fulfill that and were supposed to be returned to the jail, and the jail said they can't hold them on the case anymore.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, you're all set, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Ms. McDuffie, do you know which case that was?
Was Mr. One moment, I just, didn't think about that. Let's see here. It is Mr. Michael
Have it.
Erickson.
I have it.
Got
Thank
it?
you.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. Ypsilanti Township versus Z Tubbs, case number 22T00184.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Aziz Tubbs.
Hello, Azzy Tubbs.
Azzy, thank you. All right, we're here for a pretrial today.
That's correct, Your Honor. It's a no security ticket. Ms. White has provided me with a copy of appropriate insurance for the vehicle. Given that circumstance, I'm going to move to dismiss the ticket.
All right, thank you. All right, ma'am, this matter is now dismissed, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Is this the new thing?
Here, you gotta be careful with it though,
Okay.
because it's not a roll.
Oh,
There's a thing.
okay. Go. Thank you. State of Michigan versus Sherrod Chambers, 23S00356.
Your Honor, this is actually a township case.
Okay.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Jordan requesting to practice under MCR 8.120 under the direct supervision of David Lebo.
Ms. White.
Under Ms. Sandra White.
Thank you. All right,
Thank you.
permission is granted with under the supervision of Ms. Sandra White.
Yeah, I think this is
Thank
like
you.
a ticket. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't let him put his name.
Please place your name on the record, Mr. Chambers.
Sherrod Chambers.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe this is likewise a ticket for no security. I was provided a copy of the appropriate security for this matter. So at this point, I'm moving to dismiss the misdemeanor charge.
Yes, two charges. One is driving while license suspended. The other is the operating while security. I will dismiss count 2.
Correct.
He's still
Thank you,
suspended.
Yeah, yes, and Mr. Chambers would like to continue trying to get his license back. So if we could get an adjournment for the driving while license suspended.
What's he doing to work on this?
I currently owe the 34th District Court, like I'll have a payment plan with them. So it's I owed them like $2,000. They told me I have to pay at least half and a reinstatement fee in order to get my license back. I also contacted the other 14A4 or whatever courts. I'm sorry. And I have a court date set up with them. I'm sure. I think later on this month. I believe I have to look at the papers.
Okay. All right. It looks like he's doing what he's supposed to be doing because he has 34th and 14A. You also have one here at 14B that you need to take care of for a speeding ticket. Ticket number.
That's in Saline. That's in Saline, right?
No, we're in Ypsi Township. So you have one here in this court, 14B, that you need to take care of that has you suspended.
Okay.
Nope, you're right. That one got reinstated. And looks like it got reinstated on the 1st of May. So you're right. It's no longer suspending you. You're correct. Just those two, 14A4 and 14. That's the one that's in Saline. And then okay. So I'll see you back here on, how long do you need? How long do you think before you can get half of your tickets paid for the 34th?
I actually just lost my job recently. I'm looking for another job, so I'm not sure.
All right, we'll bring you back here on June 11th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Any objection, Mr. Barnett?
No objection to that. That's fine.
Thank you. See you then,
Thank you,
sir.
Ernest.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day, sir.
You too.
Ypsilanti Township versus Dion Bird, case number 22W005617B and C.
Paul Burnett on behalf of the township.
Dion Bird.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Bird.
Morning, how are you?
I'm pretty good. All right, Mr. Bird is here for payments. Mr. Bird, you've got the traffic device ticket and the obstructed vision ticket that you need to be paying off.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be able to pay that last time I spoke with you, but I ran into some issues. Is there any way I can get a payment plan or more time?
You're the person who told me you had it under control, I believe.
Yeah, I sure did. I'm that person. I thought I did too.
All right, how much can you pay per month, sir?
$100.
On what day of the month, sir?
It doesn't matter.
All right, let's make it for the 15th of the month, $100. Can you start that this month, sir?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's my birthday this month, though. I mean, it's gonna be a tight fight. But if you want to make May, I'll take May.
No, because you're see, I want you to pay on your ticket. That's what I want you to do. Okay. All right. So $100 beginning on the 15th. I'll see you back here on what's the date after July 15th, the next available date. All right. We'll see you on July 16th, 2024.
Okay.
At 10 o'clock a.m. Well, if you're making your payments, you don't need to be here. You only need to be here if you're not making them. And then you have to come back and explain to me why you didn't make them.
I ain't coming back talking to you.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. court will call the matters of Paris King. Case number is 19S00787, 19S359395A. Both are show causes.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Miller here on behalf of Paris King. Paris, could you state your name for the record, please?
Paris King.
Thank you. Mr. King is supposed to be making payments of $50 per month.
That's correct, Your Honor. Mr. King, I believe the last payment was the $100. He said he does plan to make another $100 payment very soon.
The $100 that he made in 2022, 2 years ago.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I thought.
I made a payment last court date, before last court date.
January 12th.
January 12th. All right. When are you going to make your next payment, sir?
Monday. Just coming there.
All right. I think we need to set up a payment plan, Mr. King does not have a payment plan.
All right.
How much can you pay per month?
50.
On what day of the month, sir?
Like the middle of the month, 15th of
15th? Okay.
Yeah. $50 per month on the 15th of each month. All right.
First payment is due this month. I'll see you back here on July the 16th, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m.
All right, thank you.
If you're making your payments, you don't need to be here. If you're not making them, then you need to come back and explain to me why you're not.
Can you tell me the exact balance if you have it?
I can tell you that on no, one moment. At 5:35 on that. Can you?
The total is 859.
859 is the total, sir.
859. All right.
Yes. Okay. Have a
Okay.
good. You're welcome.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
It can't be that, is it?
All right, the court will call the matters of Cameron Curtis, case numbers 20W004265 and 21FB1914. We're here for a show cause and a violation of probation.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Cameron Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you can state your name.
Curtis.
Thank you. Had an opportunity to go over the report with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I have reviewed the report with Mr. Curtis. We do ask that you follow the recommendation, and he does understand that the restitution cannot be waived.
Thank you. Anything from you?
Nothing from the people. Thank you for that acknowledgement, Ms. White, about restitution.
Thank you. Mr. Curtis, is there anything you'd like to say?
Not at this time.
All right. In this particular case, sir, I'm going to give you $365 45 days in the Washington County Jail credit for the time that you have served, you must pay the restitution in this case, which is a total of which is a total of $1,500 in restitution. The balance of the fines and costs are waived. Then in case number 20W004265, I already gave you credit time served in that. The state minimum fees still are outstanding. Those need to be paid. Actually, I'm gonna waive those. There's no state minimum fees in that case. The state minimum fees are actually in the other case. I'm waiving them in the, no, that sounds weird, but I'm waiving them in the license not valid. I'm closing that one. And then I am leaving them in the 21 FB 1914. All other fees are waived, except for restitution of $1,500. You're all set, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day. State of Michigan versus Brandon Hunter, 19S00241.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lebo for Mr. Hunter. Mr. Hunter, could you state your name, sir?
Yes, Brandon Hunter.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter.
Thank you.
All right. Can I see counsel and probation? Will I breakout room on this one? All right, we're back on the record in the Brandon Hunter matter. Mr. Hunter, I'm gonna adjourn your sentencing today and bring you in person. You're gonna be here on April 16th at 11 a.m. in person.
April 16th, 11 a.m. Okay. Question about that. I know, if I may speak, Ms. Washington.
Yes.
I know a couple of things that were in question were my documents for my AA meetings. Should I wait to I talked to Mr. Lebo, my representation, my counsel, and I was to turn in those things tomorrow. Should I hold off and just bring those with me when I appear in person, or what would you recommend?
Absolutely not, sir. You're in trouble right now because you haven't provided those. You need to provide them as soon as possible.
Okay, will do.
And you haven't been doing your online reporting either, like you're supposed to.
If I understand, there were circumstances where I did do my online reporting late. When I reported that with Ms. Straub, but this month I am behind, and I'm 2 days behind on that. I did let that get away from me this month.
All right, I've told you what she said about your reporting. I'll see you here on April the 16th at 11 a.m., sir.
Okay, very well. Thank you.
State of Michigan versus Cedric Hall, case number 22 FB 1169.
How you doing? Cedric Hall.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. What?
All right, Mr. Hall, it looks like you just need to pay off your fines and costs. You're supposed to have your probation expires on June 27th. You need to have those paid off before then.
Yeah, I got a email from a probation officer letting me know that I'm gonna just go ahead and continue to dwindle away at it, knock it out.
You think you can get it knocked out before June 27th, sir?
Absolutely.
All right. And she's just gonna discharge you if you get that done.
Okay. Out the way.
There's a $50 payment for today as well.
Yeah, I made a payment yesterday actually.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, you're all set, sir. Have a good day. Take care of yourself.
All right, you too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
State of Michigan versus Francis Farkas, case number 23S00481.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Don V. Lebo for Ms. Farkas. Ms. Farkas, could you state your name, ma'am?
You need to unmute Ms. Farkas. We're here for a pretrial.
Francis Farkas.
Thank you.
That's correct, Your Honor. We adjourned so that we could reach out to the complaining witness in this case. We have not yet received a return call. I'm not going to request any further adjournments, obviously, so counsel can proceed with setting the case however he'd like to.
Now, we would like to set the case for a bench trial.
Ms. Farkas, you have the right to have a trial by a jury in this case, at which time there would be 6 people who would decide whether or not you committed this offense. It is up to you, ma'am, if you choose to waive that right and have what's called a non-jury trial. A non-jury trial is also called a bench trial or a judge trial. I'm the judge of this court, so I'll be the person making the decision in your case. Is that what you want to do, ma'am?
Yes. I'm getting tired of coming back here.
I understand. We could do the non-jury trial as early as next week, or we won't know until the 5th. So what dates are we using?
We could do the 9th or the 23rd. Yeah.
Or April 23rd. Ms. McDuffie.
Okay. What is it? Do I go in person or what do I do?
Yes.
It's in person.
I'm sorry, Your
All
Honor. I didn't hear that date before April 23rd.
So am I going in by myself? I mean, I don't understand this.
No, ma'am. You come in with your attorney, and your attorney will talk to you more about how to get prepared for that
Okay.
trial.
All right. Thank you.
Ms. McDuffie, is April 9th or April 23rd?
If we could do the 23rd, please, Your Honor.
April 23rd, 2024 at 2 p.m. That's going to be in person, ma'am. Your attorney will be here with you.
Okay.
Do you need to talk to her now, Mr. Lebo?
Just briefly, please.
Do you want to break out one with her?
Thank you, Your Honor.
On this continue. Ypsilanti Township versus Raymond Tubbs, case number 22W005840.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Raymond Tubbs.
Is Raymond Tubbs here?
Yes,
All right, please state your name and turn on your camera, Mr. Tubbs.
Raymond Eugene Tubbs.
All right, thank you. Mr. Tubbs is here because he's supposed to be making $50 per month payments on the 18th of each month.
Yeah, Your Honor, I paid Friday. Huh? Yeah, I just made my payment last week. I had been sick and stuff, and I haven't been going to work. But I paid Friday. Because when the attorney called me the other day, he said, yeah, I paid $50 Friday. And
Right.
he said I owed $175. I said, yeah, I paid $50 Friday. And
All right, I'm going to join this July 9th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Keep making your payments, sir, okay?
okay, Miss Washington, I have paid off before then.
Good, that'll be great, Mr. Tubbs. All right.
July
I'm gonna
9th.
feel better. Yes, July 9th at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Mr. Tubbs.
thank you.
Take care of yourself, sir.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Why did you go so much into detail?
All right, the court will call the Timothy Palmer matters. Case numbers 22W005, 22W000956, 20S00304.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Raymond Tubbs. I'm sorry, Timothy Palmer. Mr. Palmer, can you state your name?
Timothy Palmer.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer.
Aaron, I did review the report with Mr. Tubbs. There was just a few things. I noticed some of the dates were wrong.
You said Mr. Tubbs again. You mean Mr. Palmer?
Oh my goodness. Mr. Palmer. Some of the places it just has the 24th.
I'm sorry. I need you to be more
Yes.
specific, please.
And the second paragraph underneath, on July 12, 2023, it says the defendant admitted to these VOP allegations on July 13, 2024. Mr. Palmer believes that should be 2022. Or 23, we're unsure which one, but it was.
One moment, let me check and see here.
I think it's 2023.
23. All right, we'll make that change.
And I think that was it. There's just a couple typos, I'm sure.
Anything from the people on this one?
Your Honor, I agree with the recommendation. We left off. I just wanted to be clear on where we left off, because I know that the last time we had adjourned to await his progress on his new cases, but then I had mentioned that it looks like he might actually be at the point where he could be sentenced to serve the term. It looks like that's been resolved, and that is the recommendation now. So he is still held on $10,000 times 2 for, I think, circuit court matters, but no objection to the release of treatment on this case.
So he hasn't pled to anything yet, it appears. He pled to the violation from July 12th of 2023 on July 13th of 2023. But as to VOP number 1, in this report, in VOP number 2, he has not pled to anything. He has not pled guilty to those violations yet.
Oh, I see. And is it a separate violation to fail to report the police contact as well? Or is that kind of just included with the new charge generally?
It generally is included with the new charge. So does your client want to admit to the violations at this time? And if so, which ones?
Mr. Palmer, we did discuss the 2 violations. Do you wish to admit to those violations?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. As to violation number 1, sir, well, it's to all these violations. You have a right to have a hearing on these. You understand that, sir? And you're going to waive your right to have the hearing? You're going to admit to the violations?
Yes.
All right. Under violation number 1, it appears that the one that's not a criminal law that is still pending, they are still pending, right?
Yes.
Would be that he was found under the influence of alcohol in violation of the no alcohol condition of probation. Do you admit to that, sir?
Yes.
You also, I don't know how we do these without him actually admitting to a charge.
I was just thinking that, Your Honor. We may need to adjourn these again,
Because
but
I still have court on the 11th.
So
go ahead, Ms. McDuffie.
So this is where we left off last time. We were trying to clarify that if he was already at the point based on his prior violations of nearing having to serve the full sentence. And I think Your Honor said that he would have to plead to one more non-technical besides his failure to report before we got there. So I think that it's just one more non-technical left, which would not require him to admit to something relating to his pending charges, which was that was why I was asking about the failure to report, if that was something separate.
All right. Well, I don't think that's.
I'm sorry, not failure to report, the police contacts.
I don't think the police contact is a non-technical. I don't think you automatically get jail time for having contact, but he can plead to violation number 3 and the VOP number 2, which is failed to report to probation for over 6 months. Sir, is it true that you failed to report to probation for over 6 months?
Yes.
All right. I find that there is a knowing and willing admission to the violations. Are you satisfied, Ms. McDuffie?
Your Honor, I think so. I guess I just want to also check with Agent Straub because my notes show that he needed to plead to one more non-technical besides that one. So I just want to make sure that we have the number that we need.
Ms. Straub?
I'm not sure if I understand the question fully, Your Honor, but if any non-technical violation could result in a revocation of his probation. So if that was Your Honor's policy that you wanted another violation, then that would be my answer, but otherwise, no. There doesn't need to be a second one.
I think he just needs to plead to that non-technical violation.
Okay.
I'm satisfied.
Thank you. All right. Are you ready to proceed to sentencing? I think we've corrected the report already. Anything else you want to say on behalf of your client, Ms. White?
Just that he is hoping to be released to long-term inpatient treatment, but he does have the pending cases, so.
Anything further, Ms. McDuffie?
Nothing for the people.
Mr. Palmer, anything you want to say, sir?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
All right. Your probation is revoked in this case. You will serve 365 days in a Washington County jail. Does he only have credit for 30 days? I think he's got more credit than that, Ms. Straw.
It's 30 days, Your Honor. He's been in this most recent time
It's March 5th, I guess it was.
for 28 days.
Thank you. All right. 365 days in the Washington County Jail, credit for 30 days. You to complete the in-jail Don Farm program. You can be released to long-term inpatient treatment with a GPS tether. You're to serve the balance of your time if you do not complete that.
Hey, Miss Washington, you know they ain't been letting the Don Farm class go on because there ain't been enough officers in here to even let the guy come in for the class.
All right. If they find a place for you, you can go before you complete the in-jail one. I'll allow that. Okay. Did you hear me say okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
then I think you still have the failure to display a license. And on that one, I'm going to give you 93 days credit time served, fines and costs waived.
Thank you. So basically just after the 11th, find out what's going on, but then I'll be doing some jail time and then set the treatment.
I'm sorry, what?
Or is it after I do a year, basically? I'm just trying to figure out what was
No, you can release to treatment, sir, when they find a place for you.
So
I'm
sorry.
To do that differently. I don't think he has that much time. 30 days credit time served.
So how long would I have the tether on?
You're gonna have the tether on until you complete the treatment, sir.
Okay.
You don't complete the treatment, you come back and you serve your time.
You'll serve my time. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Was there another question from somebody else? I thought I heard Ms. McDuffie try to add something.
No, I was just going to say to Mr. Palmer that if you remember, we had this conversation, but thank you, Your Honor, for clarifying.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
You're all set.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. State of Michigan versus Michael Lyons, case number 22S005452.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Leave on behalf of Mr. Lyons. Mr. Lyons, can you state your name, sir?
Michael Lyons.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Lyons. We're here for a pretrial today.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe we have an offer in this case where Mr. Lyons can plead guilty to impaired, and he would like to accept that offer.
That's correct, Your Honor. The sentence agreement for that offer was also to close the case out with credit for the 1 day time in custody he had on this case.
Thank you.
Can I see counsel on a breakout? All right, we're back on the record in the case of the state of Michigan versus Michael Lyons. Mr. Lyons, I've indicated to counsel, and I'll tell you the same, that I'm not willing to abide by that prosecutor's sentence agreement at this time. I would need additional information before I was willing to agree to 1 day credit and close the case out. Mr. Lebo, your attorney tells me that you want to plead guilty to the count 2. Anyways, is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. It's my understanding, sir, that you're going to be pleading guilty to an added count 2 of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor, carrying a maximum penalty of 93 days and up to $300 fine plus court costs. In exchange for that plea, they're going to dismiss count 1, which is the more serious matter. And in addition to that, sir, I've told you that at this point, you don't have a sentence agreement. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
All right. I'm going to go over some rights that you have that you're going to be giving up by entering into this plea. Please stop me if you have any questions or if you feel like you need to speak with your attorney again, okay?
Will do.
All right. You have a right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you, and you have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you do choose to remain silent, the prosecutor cannot comment on that. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand you're going to be giving up all those rights and you're not going to be having a trial of any sort?
Yes.
Do you also understand that there's no automatic right to appeal this decision? So in all likelihood, the decision that you're making today is going to stick with you. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And if you were on probation, parole, or bond on January 28th of 2022, when this happened, and you still are on that same probation, parole, or bond, then you could be in violation of it. Were you on probation, parole, or bond at that time?
No, ma'am, I was not.
And if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could have immigration consequences. Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
Yes, I am.
To the charge of operating while visibly impaired, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
Has anyone promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Has anyone threatened you in any way, shape, or form?
No.
On or about January 28th, 2022, were you operating a motor vehicle at the vicinity of East Michigan Ave and Allen Ave here in Ypsilanti Township?
Yeah, that's correct.
And at the time you were operating that motor vehicle, were you under the influence of a controlled substance?
That's correct.
Was that marijuana?
Marijuana. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you agree that that controlled substance, nope, I'll accept that as a higher plea for the factual basis. Are you satisfied, Ms. McDuffie?
Yes, Your Honor.
Likewise, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, I found the issue. If you wouldn't mind approaching really quickly before Mr. Lyons leaves today. If not, we can just address it off the record. But I did see what caused me to offer that.
All right. One moment. I'll go into a breakout room with you and the prosecutor and probation. All right, Mr. Lyons, sentencing in this case is going to be on May 21st, 2024 at 10
Okay.
o'clock a.m.
All right.
I'm sorry, 11 o'clock a.m., sir, not 10. 11 o'clock a.m. on that date.
That's fine.
You need to make and keep an appointment with the probation department. Do you have their phone number, sir?
No, for Washington County.
Yes, I'll give that to you.
Let me go to my notes.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
All right.
734-483.
Yep.
Thank
Bless
you.
you.
Thank you. 7336.
Okay, Your Honor, I
Yes,
do
sir.
live in, will I have to go there physically?
No, you can do that.
Washington County?
No, you can do that. It's done via Zoom, sir.
Okay.
Where do you live?
I live in Detroit.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. I will see you back here on May 21st. Please call them tomorrow after 9 o'clock and they'll set up a time for you to have that assessment done. It's done through snail mail and it's a condition of your bond that you get that done. Okay, Mr. Lyons?
Okay, will do.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you back here on May 21st.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too.
Your Honor, is sentencing on Zoom or in person?
It's on Zoom.
Thank you. Just want to check because of the time.
All right. It's because on that date we're starting late on May 21st. I have an event that's going to cause court to not start until 10.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. State of Michigan versus Jonathan Freeze, case number 23S 00223.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Jonathan Freeze. Your Honor, I did expect Mr. Freeze to be here. There were several issues that I am trying to look into with him, so I would ask for a show cause.
Your Honor, I know that he's previously appeared before. I don't have any objection to a show cause. The only thing that I'm a little bit confused about is that Mr. Freeze was sentenced on his 14A2 case. Actually back in, gosh, that was back on February 28th to serve the remainder of his 93 days for that case. And it doesn't look like he's ever reported to the jail. I guess I'm not really sure why. It's just sort of hanging out there. So I'll reach out to probation there to find out. He's not in custody, at least not here. So I'm not really sure.
I can imagine why he hasn't reported.
Well, usually they have to appear, he would have had to appear in person. So I'm trying to figure out how did he get sentenced to jail in absentia and just.
I mean, sometimes you get sentenced over Zoom. So I don't know if he was in person. Does it say he was in person?
I have to look back at JIS for that particular. I won't get into the why that would have been, but he would have been in person for that particular case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not objecting to a show cause? Is that what you're saying?
I'm
Well,
not.
I have some concerns about him based on his initial plea to a bond violation in this case. He was challenging an officer to fight, and he's here for a fighting offense with an officer. I'm very concerned about this case. I'm actually issuing a bench warrant. The fact that he has sorted for a jail sentence is also very concerning.
I did speak with someone at his house and I did expect him to be on today. So I don't know if it was a miscommunication, but.
$15,000, 10%. State of Michigan versus Derek Mitchell, case number 22S00932 and 22W005333.
Richard McDuff for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Which PD is handling this, please?
Oh, I was on mute. Sorry, Your Honor. Ashley Jordan requesting to practice under MCR 8.120 under the direct supervision of Davy Lebo.
Thank you. Permission is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have attempted to contact Mr. Mitchell and I
Miss.
have not been.
Miss Mitchell.
Miss Mitchell, my apologies. I have not been successful. Could we request a show cause for this?
I will grant a show cause.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Show cause, unless there's an objection.
No
I
objection.
don't have an objection. I do see two prior failures to appear, but they were present last time, so.
Show cause in this matter will be scheduled for April 30th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Show cause in pretrial. If she fails to appear at the next hearing, then bench warrant will issue. State of Michigan versus John Alcala, 18 FB 1662, as well as 19W008335R.
Richard McDuffie for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Ashley Jordan requesting to practice under MCR 8.120 under the direct supervision of Davy Lebo.
Permission is granted.
Thank you. I have attempted to reach out to Mr. Alcala as well. I was unsuccessful. I will request a show cause on this if possible.
He told me that he was going to pay $500 by today's date. Did that happen?
I did not see a payment. Let me see.
Defendant failed to appear, failed to pay. Show cause will be scheduled for June 11th, 2024 at 10.
Thank you.
Call the Michael Carter matters, case number 16W005688, 16W011496, and 20S3806190.
Richard McDuffie for the people.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
All right, we are here in show causes for all of these matters. And Mr. Carter failed to appear, failed to pay at the last hearing. Let me see if any payments were made. Defendant failed to appear, failed to pay again. Bench warrant to issue. And ticket number, let's see if any of these These are all civil infractions. I can't issue bitch warrants. They need to be set for contempt proceedings. Contempt will be set for June 11th, 2024 at 10. State of Michigan versus Kenneth Woodard, 20 FB 1745.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
All right, defendant had private counsel last time. Defendant's here for payments on a criminal case. Defendant failed to appear and failed to pay last time. Have any payments been made on it, please? No payments have been made. Defendant has failed to appear. Bench warrant to issue. What's the balance? 10,000, 10%. Fine.